Welcome to the Franchising 360 Show, the only show that takes you inside the world of franchising, with hosts Tim Parmeter and Danielle Wright.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the Franchising 360 Show, brought to you by Fran Coach. I am Tim Parmeter, and with me, as always, is Danielle Wright.
Yep, that's me.
Danielle and I on the Franchising 360 Show are going to give you a complete, dare we say, 360-degree view of the franchising industry, all the things you need to think about to understand if you should own one, if so, what is the best one for you. Also, some tips and tricks on how to become successful once you are a franchise owner, and even how to potentially take that business you have now and turn it into a national, perhaps even international franchise brand. Tonight, Danielle, I'm kind of excited for tonight.
Okay.
Do you know why?
No. The excitement is just radiating.
Just the normal
off of
excitement of the Franchising 360
it's
Show.
Hey, we're not really sure what we're going to talk about, but here we go, excitement.
And like, really, what better way for somebody to spend their Friday evening than
with us bantering back and
with
forth
us,
about franchising.
But really, what I look forward to every Friday night is the Friday Franchise Fun Fact.
Oh, you're hitting it early, huh?
I am, because I feel like it's going to be really important tonight.
I think it's super fun. I took a lot of time and effort and planned the Friday Fun Fact this go around.
And so just maybe educate all of us. These fun facts are just coming straight from your brain, or
Sure.
maybe...
Nope, don't go there. You can't give away the secrets.
It's not Bob?
No, it's not Bob.
Okay.
There's a lot of thought. Like, does it hit as a fact? Is it fun? Is it really for this Friday or next Friday? Like, you gotta...
Okay, what do we got?
You gotta really think through it. Okay. So when you think franchising, put your little franchising hat on. Got it?
Yes.
You probably think just America, right? Like, franchising just happens in America.
Well, not anymore. Like, before I got into this, I would say yes.
Okay, let's dial your brain back.
Okay.
Like, you're not going to be the smartest person in the room right now. Like,
Okay.
let that go.
Let's go back to 12 years ago, and I still had some hair and didn't know anything about franchising.
Now, here's the question, because it's the fact, but here's the question to the fact. Which country has the most franchises? Ha! I love it when I stump you. It's a great day in my world.
One of these days, I gotta
You're never gonna.
steal this stuff.
That's what I told you. There's a lot of thought that goes into the Friday Fun Fact.
Do we get hints?
That if I gave you hints, then it wouldn't be fun.
Is it the
For me.
Is it the United States?
No,
Of
it
course,
is not.
right? That's clearly it wasn't.
Because I teed it up that it context clues, as the kids would say, context clues.
Well, let's see. I'm gonna go China.
No. I didn't use the word wrong because that seems to hit you in a certain way. So I'll just say
England.
No.
I got 200 and some more tries.
No, you don't.
What I got?
France.
Really?
I just drop it out there. I need like a big moment of
Dun dun dun.
what is the fact of the fun of Friday?
France.
Surprise.
Well, it fits in the alliteration.
It's one of the most franchise-dense countries on the planet, with more than 2,000 brands from croissants to couture.
To what?
Couture.
Which is?
Clothes.
Oh.
Get with it.
Got it, my bad.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I knew that. Just making sure
Sure.
everybody else at home.
Sure.
Completely.
You
knew.
would have said it the wrong way, so that's how I know you would have
How do
gotten
you
it
spell
wrong.
it?
Couture. Couture.
Okay. So it has the most, or it's like
Dense. Most franchise-dense country.
Got it. Okay. And I'm guessing some that we probably know, and then probably a whole bunch that are just...
I didn't say that I was bringing all of the brands that are in France, bro. The fun fact is France. There you go.
There we go. Okay. And we know we can get the pretty much the golden arches, the one thing everybody knows in franchising,
Yes.
basically.
But you know their
everywhere.
menus are different, right?
Yes.
Okay. You're supposed to say no, because everybody else probably
How
doesn't
many different
know that.
countries have you had McDonald's in?
3.
Okay.
3. Because after a long trip, all you really want is something that you know that, like, I went to Ireland and England, and when we came home, the first place that we went was Chick-fil-A.
Okay. And how's our Friday franchise fun fact play into what we're going to talk about tonight?
That's a wonderful question, Tim Parmeter. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just here as the talent. I'm confused. I bring the fact. That is it.
Got it. Well, and it does kind of tie in, but we'll get back to that after this break here on the Franchising 360 show. We are back here on the Franchising 360 show. Tim Parmeter alongside Danielle Wright. And Danielle, we love the fun fact that people probably don't think about franchising maybe all over, or how different they can be in different places. There's a couple things that I think are consistent in franchising, no matter where people live, is kind of some of those things that are going to drive them into looking at franchises. And there's, each person has their own kind of individual reasons, but they all kind of fall into the same few buckets with this, right? What have you seen some of the things that have kind of maybe been the trigger for somebody to go, maybe I don't really know anything about franchising, but I should explore it a little bit?
Yeah, in my experience, most people, like you've said before on previous episodes and what have you, is there's a pain or something has happened, but how do you qualify a pain? And they want control. And I love you saying the word control, but the word control drives me bonkers, because typically I've even gone through it. Let's talk about ourselves, right? We've owned franchises, and why did we decide to buy a franchise? Why? Because we wanted some type of diversification outside of what we're doing. We wanted there to be something that we could build maybe for our kids, or, maybe the kids didn't really want it, but it was something to bring in some other dollars. When you get burnt out, burnt out is the new phrase of the day, and I'm not going to share my age, but I'm in that same space a lot of people are. It's like, what do I want to do that's something different? I've been working since I was 16. I got into the professional world when I graduated college, and so I've been a working professional for way more years than I want to stomach right this second.
6, right?
And yep. Okay. So what's next? Like, I've done the job thing to prove that I can do the job thing. What can I now prove to myself that I can do that's more for me? Is that not something that you hear on your side?
Yeah, and I think there's usually just something kind of missing where we want more, better. Like, it's all this kind of intangible words, but that's where it's all driven by that. It's something in their existence is not as good as they want it. And how do you fix that? Well, maybe you get a better job, but is that really going to make things better in your life? And this, a lot of times people, the longer they've been in working in the kind of the corporate world, the more you get pigeonholed in what you're
this is
doing.
What I do, and this is what I always
try to. I'm the vice president of sales in this industry. I'm going to go way over here to this other industry and be a vice president of sales because I want to change. Like, I don't want to say it's impossible, but it's incredibly difficult, because that new industry is going to go, I don't know, Danielle, like you don't have any industry experience, and you're like, are you kidding me? It's sales. I can do it. And I can teach it.
It's talking to people, right? Like the basics of your basic skill set.
You get stuck, and so many people. And somebody not so long ago literally said this. Like, they got out of college, their first job, it was just the first job out of college. They took it, and then 25 years later.
Oh wow!
Like, they were still in the same industry and could not escape.
Whoa!
Right.
Had they climbed a ladder, or were they still okay?
Right.
Because if they were still doing junior level stuff, I'd be like, bro, we got some bigger. Let's have some deeper conversations.
Which would be pretty impressive that they're able to keep that same.
Yeah,
I guess.
Right?
But I had a guy years ago had been a kind of an IT director.
Okay.
And for 20 years went to college for it. Like, it was kind of like the family thing to be in computers or whatever it was at the time. And I always remember him talking about getting called into his boss's office, and there was the lady from HR, which most people are going to go, and he's like, I got the biggest smile on my face. I was so happy they were letting me go. I hated my job. He's like, I was good at it, but I hated doing it. I always wanted to be the person out talking to the customers.
Okay.
And so when we were kind of figuring out what franchise is, one of his biggest things is like, I want a franchise that doesn't involve a computer. I'm like, dude, that's pushing it
that's extreme.
A little bit. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, because I just don't want to be behind it all day. I want to be out talking to people. because he
Yeah,
was
but do you find when
frustrated
you
with that.
say stuff like that, like, hey, I want to be out, but when you really start to go do it, you don't like it as much as you thought you did? Is he doing well, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Because, I mean, when I'm thinking about, hey, if I no longer want to be in franchise recruitment because I just really don't want to, I don't know what else I would do because I've done this for so long, but talking to people, it's like, it wears you out. Like, it's taxing.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could not do it, though, because I've done it for so long.
right. I think then it comes down to a lot in franchising is well, who do you want to be talking to?
Okay.
About what? How are you surrounding yourself with your staff or customers? You're like, hey, I want to be selling, you know, something that's very inexpensive and just sell a lot of them and churn. And the next person may be like, well, I don't want.
Yeah, and the word sell alone. Like, you just used a word that no one likes to really hear.
Yeah, well, you know what, and let's touch on that a little bit more because we always got a good twist on what that means because it can be like a dirty word almost
Yes.
with that. So a little bit more on that here on the Franchising 360 show when we return. Hey, welcome back to the Franchising 360 show. Tim Parmeter alongside Danielle Wright. And Danielle, we were kind of chatting a little bit about, you know, what kind of some of the things that are going to drive people. And then as they start thinking about, you know, like, oh, can I do this? Or getting outside of their comfort zone. I've always done this in the corporate world. That's kind of what you have to do.
Right.
But in franchising, it's this kind of
How
blank
do you
slate.
reinvent yourself?
Yeah, and to me, that's kind of the fun part. But we were talking about sales, right? And that
was the last word that triggered.
Right? So, which some people, that's their background. They're like, let's go, let's sell. Most people, that can cause a little fear of like, or it's almost like a dirty word.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was going to try to share one thing that happens with us a lot of times is you get somebody who is like really like they've got a great personality, they're a people person,
Thanks.
they're
Awesome.
relationship builders, but you say the word sales and like, ooh, no, I couldn't possibly do that. But it's the perception of, oh, I got to go knock on doors and
Or I'm selling used cars. Like,
Right.
that's just dirty.
right, or something you don't want, or you're trying to like, you know, get over on somebody.
Because we're always remembering the bad situation that we had with a sales
Yes.
opportunity, right? Like, I had a bad sales experience with a car, I had a bad sales experience with this, and so you look at the overall industry or the overall action as being something that,
Yeah.
well, I had one bad versus one good, and I see the bad more than the good.
Right, and you'll get from the consumer side, or people had that experience,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, I had a job for like about 7 minutes right out of college, like selling knives, right? And like,
Oh, okay. You
literally
were one of those knife guys.
Yes, good old Cutco knife. One of my
Okay.
college roommates, dad bought it, still owns it, right?
Really?
Yeah, which great for the brand. But I was like, oh my gosh, I had no business doing that. And so we'll talk to people about, like, I always kind of use the invited in thing,
Okay.
right? So like Danielle, so you don't want to go sell things, but what if I, as the customer, I buy this new house and I need my kitchen remodeled.
Okay.
Right? And like that thing hasn't been remodeled since like Reagan was in office. So we need to do something here. So I am hunting for kitchen remodel businesses. You own a kitchen remodel franchise.
Okay.
Right? So I say, hey, Danielle, this is what's going on. Can somebody come help me? Right? And so now I'm inviting you in. I need what you sell. Could you see yourself
But
coming?
you need what I provide.
Right. But provide what you do.
Change the words,
Right,
right?
so-
Like, I'm not selling you anything. I'm just going to consult you on
Could you
it.
see yourself coming into my house now that I've invited you and having that conversation? And
Yes.
and most people are going to go, oh yeah, I could totally do that. That would be fun.
Right.
Right. But it's still sales, but it's consultative. We're solving a problem. They've been invited in, right? You're not going up and down the subdivision, knocking on doors, going, hey, is your kitchen like terrible? I can help you. It's totally different from that standpoint.
So that's kind of what, if we go back to like previously in the episode, right? We were talking about what are the drivers or the reasons why, or why is someone gonna, so if they get that far, they've pretty much committed, my why is good enough to do, hey, maybe I go do this or I go
Yeah.
do that.
It's things like, hey, I like building relationships.
Okay.
Right. I like something that's, you know, a quality product or service that I get to provide. Right, I can have that relationship. I can build, kind of be consultative. I can solve problems, right? And you start kind of weeding in those intangibles of what somebody's good at, and all of a sudden, like, oh, I know nothing about kitchen remodeling, as an example, but you're like, oh, I can sit down with Mr. and Mrs. Smith and look through their kitchen, and that's their pain,
Right.
and I can solve their problem.
Okay. Well, but counter.
Yep.
Episodes ago, you said you very rarely had people go into a franchise that they had any experience with.
Right.
But should they have some type of experience with that, like being able to, I don't know, communicate?
Well, communicate, yes. Should they be experienced on kitchen remodeling in that scenario? No, right? But it's can they build that in that situation as an owner? Can you build that relationship? Would you enjoy being there to come help?
Now, is the
help
franchise going to teach them about kitchen remodeling?
You've been on the franchisor side. You
I
guys
don't know
all
anything about kitchen remodeling,
say you're
except
gonna.
I know there's hey now. Well, I don't know that I would teach someone, like, go back to the spa side. I'm not going to teach you how to. I can teach you how to run the business.
Right.
But I'm not a massage therapist. They're not a massage therapist. Like,
Right.
You got to go to school for that.
Right.
I would assume the same thing.
And that's definitely how we kind of build out that staff. Is some people like, hey, it's something I could jump into if
Okay.
needed, and there may be somebody else like, no, I want you to be that, licensed massage therapist or cosmetologist or plumber. You just go do your thing.
Look
I'm
at
running
you
the business.
using words you've never used before. Cosmetologist. Do you know what those do?
Cosmetology things.
Oh, good job on that! Yay!
Yeah,
okay,
okay.
that's it. That's
So
all I got.
that's all I got too. We'll be back right after this break with a little bit more on the Franchising 360 show. And we are back on the Franchising 360 show. Tim Parmeter with Danielle Wright. Speaking of right,
Oh my!
how does somebody know when it's the right time to even
See, my name comes in handy in a lot of scenarios.
start looking at franchise ownership as a possibility?
I think, as we talked at the beginning, it's what's happening in your life. Like, is it a pain point? But what is your pain?
Right.
We're not talking physical pain.
Right.
It's just more of, hey, I don't like it. Even for me, we all shared here, like, I've worked with multiple franchises. I've helped recruit franchise owners for years, and I know that I could get back on that phone and do that tomorrow, and it would be fine.
Right.
It fits like an old glove, easy. I could do it in my sleep. But what's next? What can I take and maximize for myself in the future? It's what brings me more joy. Your
Right.
get out of bed test. I get out of bed just fine. I got a dog I got to walk, so I got the get out of bed test. But what gets me excited to, like, sit in front of a computer or go out and talk to people, or just where I don't need to say, oh my gosh, I need that extra coffee to get going today. Like,
Right.
when that starts happening to you, it's okay, then what else is out there for me? And I know I have these skill sets, and I know I've done really well in what I've done here. And I think you and I have talked about this on one of your podcasts, was really just give yourself the opportunity to learn what you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you say it a lot. What do I know, but I don't know, but what can I learn more about? So I think those are the things that just kind of hit in people's brains, and then all of a sudden they're on the internet doing the thing and reaching out to people like yourself, right?
Yeah, no, I think it's and really for us at Fran Coach, I always say our number one goal is to properly educate people about franchise ownership, which is what we're doing here, what we do on the podcast, and
Right.
all the things. And look, it may very well, and the most likely scenario is franchise ownership isn't for
Right.
you. And that's okay, but at least you...
It wasn't for us.
Right, at
I
least-
mean, we've owned a lot of them, and we no longer own them
And-
because we sold them.
Right,
But it's
and may again at the future, or whatever it is, and so it's just that education of the open mind of, like, hey, maybe I learned something and it solidifies, like, yeah, I got it pretty good, right?
Right.
Because sometimes the grass isn't always greener,
Correct.
right? Because you said this before, is like, hey, if you don't want like your job, like you don't want to work, right? Do you not like the job? How do you say that?
do you not like the job, or you just don't want to work?
Right.
I don't like my job. Well, do you not like the job, or do you just, hey, I don't want to be working? Then
Right.
that's nothing is going to solve that I don't want to work.
Yeah,
Nothing.
don't call us at that point.
At that juncture, you'd be looking to buy a job, but you would be buying a franchise to buy a job. You're still going to
you
have
still
to
have to work, right? And I think you use the phrase that people say sometimes in a negative,
Yes.
right? Ugh, franchise is just buying a job. Well, yeah, no kidding, you're buying a job.
You're
right?
working.
You're just buying the absolute exact thing that you want to get up and do every day, and it's yours. That when you don't want to do it anymore, you get to sell it. You get to pass it on to family. Like I'm going to quit my job today, boss, but I'm going to sell it over here to Bob. He's going to like that's not
going to happen. Right. Or even you lose your job, right? Like, well, you didn't lose it. We know where it's at.
Right.
It's just no longer your job. So what do you do next? Do you want to constantly be on that hamster wheel, not really sure what's happening for you? And I'm doing this because I'm sure it's resonating with someone out there somewhere that says, pick up the phone, send an email, like find us on multiple channels.
Right.
Like there are plenty of people.
It's the dread of like, again, hey, I want to work, but I want my hard work to go towards me, right? Again, like you said, if you just don't want to work, like do not own a business of any type whatsoever, right?
Keep doing the job,
right?
Versus the career.
I had a friend years ago that literally on Sunday night she would be in tears how much she hated her job on Monday. Like it's already ruined half of her weekend.
Oh yeah,
because of that. And I'm like,
when you're prepping Sunday for Monday, like. That's a life balance. We need to work on some life balance.
Right. So, but I think back to what you were talking about, like if there's any curiosity, if there's any of those things that you feel like are missing, then
just have a phone call.
It may not be the right time to start a franchise, but it's certainly the right time to have that conversation.
Well, and I think what's great about what you do and others, like mind you, Friend Coach is not the only thing out there. So maybe you have a friend that does this, that's fine. But it's never going to hurt to give yourself an hour. You're giving an hour to social media. You're giving scoliosis. You're giving yourself an hour to veg on your couch, binge watching whatever hot show you want to watch.
Right.
Can you take that hour and learn about it and understand the nuances of can I really be an entrepreneur? Like, I love people throwing the word, but can I really do that? Do I really have the backbone and the skill sets that I've developed over this career that I've built that is now no longer my career, it's my job? Can I do those things? Can you give that hour? Can you give 30 minutes?
Right.
Like,
really, sometimes it's just as simple as that. And so if somebody was at that point and they wanted to, there's all sorts of ways to kind of get in touch with us and our team at FranCoach, francoach.net. For sure, check out our YouTube channel, Franchising 101 podcast. Sometimes she's a guest on the podcast too, so that's a bonus.
Help you all.
And then you're like, I'm tired of listening to anybody talk. I want to read. Becoming a Franchise Owner is the book that we have published as well. So
where can we find that book?
Wherever you find great books. I
believe Amazon,
and
Barnes and Noble. Hey.
Call me, I'll send you a copy, right? So there's a couple left. But as always, I enjoy talking about franchising. It's always a blast. And thanks for everybody for tuning in. Until next Friday night and more franchise fun facts. That is Danielle Wright.
That's me.
I am Tim Parmeter. Thanks for tuning in to the Franchising 360 show. We'll see you next week.